All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new YouTube video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can monetize a free Skool community as fast paced as I can. And I really like to teach with simplicity and having minimal setup to really start benefiting from a certain project. So in this case, the free Skool community. So I'm going to be going through 5 topics here. So number 1, the setup of the community, the classroom and lead magnet, organic growth and paid growth, what kind of content to post, and then also appointment setting to monetize. So let's kick it off and go into the setup of the community. So I own Appointment Setter Community. That's what the AS is an abbreviation for. And the first thing you want to make sure you have is, of course, some content, right? So I've basically put in my low ticket offers in here, and it doesn't have to be a full course. You know, like I didn't start with this, but the most recent one I added was a very simple 10-minute video. And, before that, I had like some pretty in-depth courses, with module 1, module 2, module 3, and a couple more courses. But it doesn't have to be that way. Just set up, something of value, even if it's 10 minutes, start with that, right? So you want to base your lead magnet based upon what you know is going to attract your ideal client in. So I know my ideal client is someone that wants to hire an appointment setter, hire a closer, grow their coaching business, or start one out. And that's what my lead magnets are based out of, right? And what is in the classroom. Now, what's really important is that you got a few pinned posts, right? Of a couple of things you really want your audience to understand and, message-wise, make sure it's very clear to them. So I have a testimonial, I got a welcome post, and I've got, something about my offer. So pretty straightforward, but that's essentially what I have. So you want to make sure you've got pinned posts. Ideally, you just start off with one. This is the one I kicked it off with. And then I just posted these gradually. So make sure you got a pin post and you got something in the classroom, you got a simple logo, and you have a cover photo and a short description of what is in the community. Now, I also added these one in later. We haven't really booked a lot of calls from these, but this is our referral link, and we do get quite some referrals from that. I think we make like 3K per month from just Skool referrals, which is really cool. So just make sure all that is set up. Besides that, you only need one more thing, which is the most important thing in this whole process if you want to monetize it, which is membership requests, right? So if you go to settings and then you go to, let me see right here, I believe it's in plugins, and then you go to membership questions. You can ask 3 questions. So we ask people, where are you currently at in your business? Where do you want to be in the next 12 months with your business? Would you like me, Bastiaan, to reach out to discuss how I may be able to help you with that, right? And then from there, here's basically what we do. So we'll basically open up a chat. So let's say we got Philippe. We'll say, hey, Philippe, I just approved you into the group. Welcome, my friend. And then he basically said that his goal is 1 million revenue. So that should be about 83K per month. So I love the 1 million a year revenue goal. How's that going? Since you're at 50K a month. And then because he said yes, right, here's what I basically tie in as the third and last message. I'll say, I also saw you wanted me to reach out to see if I can help you with that. Are you free for a call this week? Right? So this way we optimize for high ticket sales. So we'll send them like a sales calendar link. And that's essentially what is within our offers that we have. So we got 2 offers, and this is essentially what the full inbox consists of, right? It's just making offers to people, and that is the main way we leverage it. And that is basically the setup of the community. All the things you need at the beginning just to kick it off. Doesn't have to take long. You can literally set it up in 20-30 minutes. So that is topic number 1, the setup of the community. Now, I briefly cover the classroom and lead magnet. Again, I'm gonna just go back into it real briefly. So it's really important, again, that either you make something that is short and sweet, so you can just go ahead and start using that for marketing, right? Something like this, just a very simple Loom video that consists of value, or something more in depth. Like, there's no right or wrong. Most important thing with this is that you just get something out that your clients, can consume. Ideally, it's practical and they can go ahead and implement it too. Or your prospects. So that is really to just kind of hit the nail on the head with the lead magnet. That's pretty much it. So organic growth and paid growth. This is probably going to be my favorite one. So with organic growth, I'm going to show you what I do right now. So what I do, and this ties back to the lead magnets of what I said, right? I basically screenshot the classroom, right? And then I have a very simple description. And then I basically say the outcome that I'm achieving with it. And then if they want access, just DM me the word access. So then I'll go to my messages. You can see people are messaging me the word access here and there. My appointment setter is getting back to them. So you can see this is driving a lot of organic traffic for me. And then I've got this also on my other IG profile. And I'm also doing this on Facebook. So let me show you quickly on Facebook how that works. All right, so on Facebook, if you got a Facebook group or a Facebook profile, just post something as simple as this, right? With a call to action, people will go ahead, leave a comment, and then you can either directly send them the link, or, when I say directly, I mean, you can just send it here in the comments with a link, or you can just DM it to them and then basically make sure they receive it. So that is basically the way it works. So it's just cross-pollinating your audience. You can also just do a very simple email blast and then send people to your group, okay? So that is organic growth. Now with paid growth, we're also running meta ads to a funnel. So again, these are the courses, right? So you can see organic marketing, student with setters, IG Shadow Blueprint, get instant access. And the people can, and it's basically 50-50 split traffic, 50% to our Facebook group, 50% to Skool. And that's pretty much the way we go about it. So that is organic and paid growth. If you guys want a copy of the funnel, just let me know. I'd be more than happy to go ahead and give that. So that is 3. Now, question maybe 2 is like, what content should you post? Now, I will give you guys a structure and I'll just show you kind of what I do. So what I do myself is I just do really day-to-day things, achievements, etc. Right? So I'll link my YouTube video right here about an interesting topic. But if I could give you guys like a structure, I would say this, right? Because just me showing you isn't going to be really helpful. I'd say post call to actions. Okay. That's 1. Post client results, post personal stories, post general thoughts, post educational valuable content, and just start with that, right? So call to actions, that's basically DM me the word or comment this. Client results, just show off with like your client's results, just like I'm doing here. So and also in my classroom, I show you all these things like in Organic Marketing Accelerator, like, all the examples, but this is a structure you can kick it off with. And then lastly, appointment setting to monetize. So this is honestly the make or break. If you don't do any appointment setting, then, it's going to be quite difficult to monetize your community, at least in my experience, because right now we're doing like 100K plus per month from Skool alone, and if we didn't have a setter, then we would more than likely not monetize as good as we do, right? So we not only initiating these conversations, right, we also follow up with people. So you can see like, boom, there's follow-ups, and I'm also going to show you, just to like wrap it up and make it a strong video, how our appointment setter KPIs look like. Okay. All right, so here you can see our appointment setter KPIs. And again, guys, yes, I know I'm plugging myself, but I'm teaching you these things more in depth in these courses. So scaling with setters. So basically we have 400-600 conversations per day. I'd say about probably 25% happens on Skool. And then from there, 600, these are the amount of calls we propose. Calls proposed basically means, would you like to jump on a call with us? So the conversation gets to a point where we offer a call, and then we send a link, and then they basically book a call, right? So this is appointment setting, and again, if you want to learn it in depth, that's not what this video is about. If you want to learn in depth, I got this little course for you. But that is pretty much like on a high level, guys, how we monetize Skool and using a free community. So that is really all the topics that if you implement, I know 100% you can monetize. So hope that was valuable. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.